Assalamu alaikum, NBIC. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to our Cooking Iftar show for today. Today, unfortunately, is our final Cooking Iftar show. I hope you guys have been tuning in to watch our previous episodes, but today we have a very special guest. The whole idea behind the cooking show is really to connect with each other and to experience something together. So if you haven't watched the previous one, do so and make sure you cook what we're cooking for today with our special guest, who I will welcome right now. Iram is a familiar face at NBIC, especially during Ramadan. She loves to cook. Her husband was the former president of NBIC and an active member. So I'd like to welcome Iram now to the show. Iram, are you there?
Alaikum Sadia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, good. Can you hear me correct over
yes.
here?
Yes, we can hear you. Thanks for joining. It's so nice to see you and miss seeing your face in Ramadan, but this is really nice to connect this way.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. Tell us a little bit about cooking before we actually tell everybody what you're making today. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you enjoy cooking. What are some of your passionate things to make?
Okay, so my name is Iram, and then I have, alhamdulillah, mashallah, my husband, 4 kids, and then so I have to cook. So it's like not. So alhamdulillah, cooking, I like cooking. I'm not gonna say like I love to cook, but I do experiment a few times here and there, make new dishes for them. But although I do make new dishes, they would come back, always ask for the old ones. Mom, the ones that are really good. Mom, can you make that meat? Can you make this chicken? Can you make karai chicken? Whatever I've been making for them. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, and then I think it started since I was little. And then my mom used to make good food, and then she still does, but now she has cook and stuff, so now she doesn't. But alhamdulillah. And then so I think I learned stuff from her. I learned stuff from my aunt. I learned a lot of things I've learned from my sisters, like this recipe that today I'm going to share. I think it's my mom's, but my sister told me about this, and then so I wrote it down, and then today that's what I'm going to be making.
Great. And who has been your inspiration? You mentioned your mom, but there's always someone in your childhood that really makes you passionate about, especially certain cuisines and certain dishes. Who's that?
Yeah. My grandmother, my nani from my mom's mom. She was a great cook. Like literally, she would make pickles, like achar that we would call. Like she would make pickles. She would make even the vegetables, the sabzi that we would cook. It would taste so good that you would want to eat it just with plain roti, just with plain with spoon. Like it was. I think she was the best cook. So I think my mom gets a little bit from her. So but alhamdulillah, I think her. I would say, yeah.
It's usually the comfort foods that you remember, like even your kids, right? They want the comfort foods that you make that make them feel really good. What are you cooking for us today?
Today, inshallah, I'll be cooking biryani. So we call it biryani, but so many people call it pilau also. It's no masala, not spicy. It's the nice, just chicken and rice biryani. And simple. Yeah, it's simple and easy. It gets done in like 30 minutes or less. 30 minutes.
For the audience, what's the difference between pilau and biryani?
So the thing is, we grew up, I don't know, saying it biryani. And for me, biryani was this plain thing. But as I grew up, I've heard people, biryani would be like with other things too, with tomatoes, with potatoes. Some would put different things in there. But pilau is I think the actual word is for what I made today.
Okay.
So mostly people would say it's pilau. Pilau would be like the simple biryani that's like without any extra gimmicks, any extra stuff in it, and the plain, not spicy, not So that's
your own recipe or something you altered?
This is my mom's recipe, and then but I've asked my sister for it, so she gave me this one. And then so I put a couple of things that I remember my mom never used to put in there, like cinnamon and star anise. Like I've never, but then I've seen my friends also put some things here and there, and so I was like, why not? Maybe let's just, it gives it a good smell, a good taste. So
and you kind of alter it, based on whatever you like as well.
I have like the ingredients that in there, like I have did that, like I've not put some, or I have put some in there. It doesn't make difference. Like there are a couple of things that need to be in the biryani. Otherwise, you can just leave them out,
Okay. Awesome. So let's not keep the audience waiting. Let's do your demo and then we'll come back for some additional questions. If the audience has any questions, they can submit them as well. So let's get to the demo first.
Hey, can you make some biryani?
Right now.
Yeah, right now, please.
Assalamualaikum everybody. Welcome to NBIC Ramadan Cooking. Today, inshallah, I'll be making biryani for you guys. Let's get started. First, we need to take a pan. I have a tiny bit of oil in there, like a teaspoon maybe. And then turn the stove on. And then, because we need to make stock in this pot first. That's how biryani has its taste. The rice gets its taste from the stock. So we're making chicken biryani today. I have all these ingredients out here for you guys. So if you want to look at it, you can go ahead, look at the ingredients first. But all right. Okay, so here I have 2-pound chicken legs. Cut them in small pieces. I've already got them cut from the meat store. That way, because my kids love chicken legs, like chicken breast gets dry for them. So I suggest if you want to do this, that's fine. If you want to take the whole chicken, that's fine. Chicken with skin, I'm not sure because I've never cooked it with skin, biryani with skin, so I'm not sure about that. But boneless works well too. But the thing is that you need to have bone to have that soupiness of the biryani. So I suggest with the bones, something with the bones, chicken with the bones. All right, here we have the first ingredients that are going to go in with the chicken is going to be fennel seeds. This is 1.5 tablespoon. Coriander, 1.5 tablespoon. Cumin. Sorry, I was thinking, what is it? Cumin, 1 and a little bit more than 1 tablespoon. We have black pepper, whole pepper, you can take it, black whole pepper, and then we have salt. So salt I've taken a little bit, although it's going to be a lot of stock, a lot of rice, chicken, everything, but always you can like adjust your salt. I suggest use less salt first because we can always add more. So it makes sense, don't put more salt first, and you cannot never, undo the salt. So. All right, next I have other ingredients, but they're gonna be going in later. Okay, so with that chicken, it's gonna be onions gonna go in, then bay leaf is gonna go in, fresh ginger and fresh garlic are gonna go in. The thing is that I'm keeping them whole because these things are gonna get strained out. So they're not gonna be in your biryani. You're not gonna be like, as you're gonna be eating it, these things are not gonna be coming in your food, but you're gonna taste the smell of it and you're gonna taste the taste of it. Then we need around 1 cup yogurt.
What else is there?
What else? Oh, right. So I have cinnamon. The thing is that people like cinnamon. Some people like cinnamon, but I feel like I don't want to put too much cinnamon because then it gets cinnamony smell and cinnamony taste. I don't like that. I don't know. So it's up to you. You guys can like put more if you like more of it. Then I have 1 star anise. I think it's called star anise. I'm not sure, but I never used to put this before. But one of my friends, I saw her putting this, so I was like, yeah, why not? Let's just buy it and put it in. Anywho, and then I have 1 green pepper, fresh, 4 or 5 cloves of clover, and then I have big elaichi and choti elaichi. What are they called? So cardamom. And then, I don't know, what is this big elaichi?
What is choti elaichi called?
Choti elaichi is cardamom, definitely.
Yeah, and
badi elaichi is what? Big cardamom.
We can look that up.
Alright, so yeah. So this is small cardamom. And this is called large cardamom. You can see that, like you have seen it before, I'm pretty sure. So, okay, so we have a few of those. And then we have some fried onions. I've already fried them from before and then kept them in a plate so that this part will be easier for me, otherwise this will take long. And then I have 1 cup yogurt, and then we're just gonna use few coriander leaves in the end, just to garnish, just to give it a good face, just to give it, yeah. Okay, let's start cooking. So now let's take a big pan, and then I've put 1 spoon of oil in there, as you know. So let's start putting all these aromatic flavors, spices. So fennel seed is gonna go in, your black pepper, your everything's gonna go in, and on top of it, so I'm gonna take 1 bay leaf. Onions are gonna go in. Star anise is gonna go in. Ginger is gonna go in. Whole garlic is gonna go in. Not cinnamon, not yet, because otherwise cinnamon is gonna be too strong. That is it. That is it. Only these things are gonna go in, and we are gonna kind of like stir it a bit. Make just to get that aroma out with the oil. So like a couple of minutes, and it's not too much oil, so you can come close and see like what's happening in the pan. And then so yeah, so it's not too much oil, but just a little bit, so that now you can start smelling onions, start smelling the ginger in there. All right, guys, let's throw in some chicken, and then. To like stir it well. So I just want to like give it a stir until the chicken turns not brown, but a little bit whitish from outside. And then I'm gonna put more water and then let it cook until like, I think I'll do, because it's chicken, it's gonna get done quickly. Maybe 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'll see, then I'll come back and then finish it off. So it's been half an hour. And as you can see, you can come close and see that most of the, like you can see that the broth is out, and then you can smell it too. At this point you can smell the biryani smell right now. So now what we're gonna do is take another pan, and we're gonna basically shift the whole biryani in here now. All right, and strain the water, strain the broth, and so let's just start doing it, so you'll just follow along and you'll see. All right, so just a little bit of oil, not too much, just a little bit of oil. And then you're gonna put your fried onions that I've already fried them before. Give it a good toss. Because they're already fried from before, I wanna put all the other things in there. So basically, we already put some of these things in there, but when you're taking the broth out, that's a different taste, but when you're frying these things and the aroma comes out, that's a different taste and smell altogether. So you do want to smell these spices as well. All right, so let's put bay leaf in there. Let's leave this for later. Big cardamom, small cardamom, cloves. Okay. Ginger, garlic, and cinnamon. Yep. This I want to keep for end. Like I'll show you guys what this is. This actually is gonna give aroma to the rice. We're gonna just keep it for the end. All right. Let's just stir it a bit. And once I can smell all the spices, that's when I think this is good enough. This is good enough. All right. At this point, you want to start taking out your meat. Only meat. Make sure. Okay. A little bit of water so it doesn't get burned. But you just want to like take out your meat and drop some meat in there. So at this point, you're going to put all your chicken in this pan and then just give it a good stir. And not too much stir, and then always use wooden spoon, otherwise your chicken or any other meat is going to like fall off the bones. So just like the chicken browning a bit. That's the color you want. Not too much brown, but just like okay. And like this this point. I feel like this is enough coated, enough. I can smell the chicken and the spices in there together. Now we can finally put our yogurt in. Yogurt can go in. That was 1 cup of yogurt. And just give it a little stir again. Okay, so after yogurt, it should look something like this. And just for like a couple of minutes to stir it. And you can see that the meat is coming off the bones. And there's one more thing, guys. I sometimes, not always, but sometimes put this extra, if you want to put a little bit more flavor, it's just a halal chicken flavor. And you can just throw 1 in. And then it just gives a little nice flavor to it. You don't need to put it in because it's gonna be yummy without it, trust me. So, but just like a little bit flavor, since I'm making this for my extended family and friends. So I want them to have nice biryani. Alright guys, I'm gonna strain all the broth. Now that everything is good and well over here, I'm gonna just strain all the broth in here. So let's Alright guys, so at this point I've poured all the broth in here, and basically I'm just gonna give it a boil, and then I'm gonna put rice in here. Rice has been soaking for half an hour, and it's three cups of basmati rice, and yeah. So right here, thank you. So right here it's been soaking in water. And I've rinsed it 3 times and then soaked it in water, and then I'm gonna just throw this water out, put rice in here because we don't want it. Okay guys, all the rice is in, and I'm just waiting for the water to boil. And then once it started boiling, boiling a lot, I'm just gonna turn down the stove to low heat, cover the pan, and leave it for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Oh, I do want to put hari mirch, green pepper right now, because it's not gonna give the spicy taste, but it's gonna give a really good aroma. So now the broth has started boiling a lot. We're just gonna turn down the stove a bit and cover it with lid and leave it for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Just check after 20 minutes and then see. The rice should be nice and thin, and been 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and then this should be what your rice should look like. Your biryani should look like this. You can check if you're fasting. You can just check with your hands. The rice should be nice and soft and done. If it's nighttime and you're not fasting like right now, I can just taste it. It's done. It's done. And then the next step is you take your food coloring. Okay, so the food coloring I have, it's not red, it's not orange, it's something called egg yellow. And that's the food coloring. You put a little bit of water, and then this is my favorite part. You just drizzle the food coloring around. Doesn't matter, it's gonna go everywhere. And all biryani rice doesn't need to have it. It's just some will have it, some will not. So you know, just do it. And then, alright guys, so basically biryani is done, and we are gonna sprinkle some vanilla on top of it. This is fresh coriander, and I've washed and cleaned and put it in Ziploc for my use. And yeah, and then voila, guys, chicken biryani is ready to eat, ready to serve, inshallah. So yeah, have a happy, safe Ramadan at your home. Stay healthy, happy, safe, inshallah. What do you want to eat it? Take it, fine. It's too hot, just wait, just wait.
Thanks, Aram. That looks so good. It's kind of cruel to air this at 1 p.m. and I still have many hours left before we break our fast, but it looked great. So we wanted to actually share this picture of your family enjoying the biryani, and I think the picture sums it all, right?
Yeah, they love it. Alhamdulillah. That's the one food that all of them agree and all of them love them. And whenever I say, let me make this, and they're like, yeah, let's do this, mom. That's fine. Just make this for us. So alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it looks like a very like a comfort food in your family.
Yeah.
It's also used biryani throughout the world as a very festive meal. Would you say, like for special occasions?
Definitely for parties, for special occasions, but you can make it at home for your family. I mean, it's not limited, and it's an easy, quick thing. The recipe that I have that I just shared with you guys, that's the easiest, quickest one that I know. And then it gets done quickly, and then that's a.
So it is slightly different the way that I make it because you make the broth first.
I make the because that's why it's called pilau. It's supposed to be with the broth. The yakhni is the broth. Yeah.
So there's so many variations of biryani, and I guess it depends from where what region you come from in Pakistan or any South Asian countries. So where is this particular one from, or what would you call it?
I have no idea where this would be from, but since my mom made it, my grandmother made it, I would say, and they did migrate from India to Pakistan 1947. So I'm guessing from, and they were in Delhi at that time. So I'm guessing it's a Delhi biryani or Delhi pilau or something. I'm not sure. I'll double check it with my mom.
Just curious. Also, in terms of changing up the recipe, in terms of the meats, are there obviously you can
you can use. So I've used goat. I've used chicken is always the favorite one, but I've used goat with it. But goat will take a little bit more time to get the broth out. You would have to cook a little bit more, so the meat will get soft. Chicken it gets done quickly, so it's easier. And then you can use lamb. You can use anybody, whatever meat you prefer. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah.
And then you said chicken breast. You can use it, but it just gets a little bit dry.
As for us, it just gets a little dry. It just gets, because I have these were just chicken legs. I have used also the whole chicken, where you get the neck, also the wings. Also, it does taste good because of course the broth is going to come out from the neck, from the wings, from the chicken, all of it. But then kids would eat all the other parts, and then what we would be left with just the chicken breast. And then the next day I would have to make sandwiches out of them. But then my husband was like, you know what, let's just get chicken legs all together, and then that way everything gets finished, and then
you can't go wrong with chicken, right? How about the oil? Does it matter what type of oil that you use in the
no, it doesn't, because I've cooked in olive oil. I've cooked in, this was vegetable oil. You can cook any oil, anything. Nothing, I would suggest nothing too strong that would give that smell, because biryani wants its own smell, wants its taste, but something that's a mild oil.
Neutral oil. Yeah.
You can use coconut oil, I guess. So yeah.
And then not everybody has basmati rice at home. If you switch it up with a different type of rice, would that work?
So actually, you can switch it up. You can make it, but then it will depend on when would the rice gets done. Because basmati rice is a long, thin grain. It gets done quickly. Not that it doesn't take that much time. But I know that some American rice or Arab rice, like one of those thick rice, like they gets done late. Like, so if you want to put a little bit more water for it to get done better, to get done softer, then I guess you can substitute it. It's not, but I would suggest, because maybe we grew up eating like that. So
yeah. And not everybody has even some of the spices you mentioned, starnies and things like that. Those are kind of unique. Where do you end up getting those? Are those at the Desi stores? At
the Desi grocery store, definitely. At the meat store you can get them, or at the local Desi store that's next to you, you can get them. And then I think they might be in Stop and stores like that. They can be in ShopRite, Stop and Shop, in the spices section. I'm pretty sure.
Out of all the ingredients that you did, especially the spices, because I feel like maybe that's the one area that everybody doesn't have that in our pantry for today, at least. What are the most essential ones that you would say?
So the three that are most essential, I would say, would be fennel seeds, would be coriander seeds, and the cumin seeds. Those three that go in first, like that's what makes the smell and taste of the biryani. Literally, you cannot substitute them. There's like no, I mean, then it won't be biryani
Yeah.
Because I have guys, there were times when when I have not put yogurt at all because my daughter's friends were coming over and one of them had milk allergy, like dairy allergy. So I've taken out the yogurt and then it turned out fine, perfectly. Everybody loved it. So yogurt, you can if you're dairy, allergy, you have dairy allergy, you can substitute or not put yogurt at all, and then what else you can you can definitely, cinnamon is one thing that you do, if you don't like it at all or maybe you're allergic or something, you do not need to put it in. And then star anise also, as I said, I saw one of my friends put it, so I put it. Otherwise, before I never used to put it. I didn't even had it in my house before. And then I would say bay leaf is essential because it would give that smell and taste. And I would say those cardamoms are a bit essential. You can do without it, I guess, but yeah. But then if there are some things that if you don't put it, then it won't be like biryani. You know what I'm
Yeah.
so.
What is the food coloring that you put at the end? I know that's optional and it's really just to get a really nice look, right? And
before I used to think it was okay. Before I used to think, okay, my aunt or my mom is putting the red color because it looks like a red biryani or something like that. I bought a red color and then it turned pink. The first time I made biryani, it turned pink. I was like, this is not the color. Okay, so then I called my aunt over here and then I asked her what color was it, like, so she goes like, it's something called egg yellow and it's not orange. Don't get anything orange. Don't get anything. I was like, okay. So since then I've been using egg yellow and it's perfectly. You can make it more yellowy if you want, like more of the color, or if you can put more water and then less of a color, like, so it really depends on you what color, but it comes out perfect biryani color, like that's the yellow.
Yeah, and you get it from any desi store, or is it regular food coloring?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what goes well with it? Because I know, like in my household, we eat it with yogurt on the side. What else besides yogurt? What are some other things that you can complement with?
So every Friday, this was a Friday staple dish. It was like every Friday we would come back from school and this would be on the table. And I was like, oh, okay, I need my biryani on Friday. Anytime there would be no biryani on Friday, I was like, okay, mom, please make it. Because I need the biryani on Friday. So with that, we would take achar. We would eat, achar is the pickle, our desi pickles, which is a little bit different from the regular pickles because ours is more spicier, a little bit more stuff in it. And then we would eat it with yogurt that you said, with either the plain yogurt, or my mom would make this yogurt with cucumbers, chopped up cucumbers, chopped up onions, chopped up green peppers, chopped up tomatoes in there and mix it in the yogurt. It would taste so good. So now I make it also for my family too. So yeah, that's the one thing we would want it with the biryani to go. But I don't know, like sometimes I think about it, like biryani, you're supposed to eat a warm hot meal, and then you're putting a yogurt cold something on top of it too. But alhamdulillah, it goes well.
It goes well together. Yeah, I agree. Anything else that you would put on the side? Like, what about chutneys? Like, that's something like yogurt based.
You can have the green coriander and mint chutney. You can get it from stores, or you can make it fresh. If you have green coriander, green mint growing outside or something, you can just take those, blend them in with a little bit lemon, a little bit salt, put a little bit, if you want, put a little bit spices in it, just put a little bit one green chili in it, and it turns out good. And then you can eat that on the side. We have actually put, so if I have made biryani and we have like leftover curry from the last night or something like that, we would put that on top also, like my kids would put that on top, or we would take it with a kebab. If we have a sikh kebab or those regular kebabs, shami kebab, we would eat it with that. So yeah.
Someone's asking online because they're how do you incorporate potatoes into it? And like, how do you cook it at what step? Because you didn't include it in your recipe. But
I did, but if you want to put the potatoes in, then if it's chicken, do it with the chicken. Once the chicken is getting done, put the potatoes then, so that potatoes and chicken gets done together. And then you can put water, and then rice is going to get done quickly too. But if it's any other meat that gets time, that takes time to soften up, then put potatoes later on. So it depends. Adjust potatoes when your meat is going to be done, and so because we don't want potatoes to be done too quickly and then fall apart when we're the whole thing. So.
And it's such a hearty meal, right? Because everything is included in one dish.
Yeah, it is.
So does your family and your kids and your husband, do they help you cook with you, especially when it comes to these type of meals?
My husband loves to cook, and my kids, yeah, if I ask them, okay, chop this, cut this, they would come and they would help. But there would be times when I just want kitchen to myself. Everybody get out of the kitchen. Don't make a mess. Just let me cook in peace. But alhamdulillah, yeah, they do help and they do cook here and there sometimes.
That's good. I also know that you were featured on NJ.com, an article about Ramadan at the beginning of, or before Ramadan started. It was so nice to see your name on there. And one of the things that you said that this Ramadan, you're going to really miss being at NBIC. So besides just what we're all missing, what are some of the other things that you've been really, missing not being at NBIC this year?
Seeing people, just like seeing everybody, like there would be times when I've not seen a friend or somebody from a whole year, but then at Ramadan, you would see everybody, the whole community will be there, everybody will be there, and you will see them. So, and this time when we broke the first fast, and we were sitting on the table and we are like done with our fast. I'm like, awesome, what are we gonna do? Like, yeah. I'm like, the night felt so long. I was like, what are we gonna do? And then we started praying on our own and everything, but it did not feel the same. Of course, the faces, the community, the people, the friends, the family, the people that you have got to know, over these years, you just, so yeah, we miss that a lot. And then the programs, the different programs, the nightly programs, the kids programs, like all of those, like there's no substitute for it. Like now so yeah, we miss everything. The kids miss when the kids used to go for the babysitting, they used to have that programs, and the kids were like, can we see? Because they used to see their friends too in there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we're just sharing the article if anybody missed it. Erin was featured on this article on NJ.com. So take a look at it. But anything, Erin, in terms of what you've been enjoying this Ramadan as well, being at home and then hopefully participating in a lot of the NBIC programs, what are some things that you and your family have been enjoying?
So the thing is, so now that the weather is nice, we've been enjoying our backyard a lot. Asim's been building a shed. he
Nice.
wanted for the longest time, and then now we have all this time in our hands. And then, so literally, even when we were like few days ago, up till few days, it just got done a few days ago. So he was still building, and I was helping him. Sometimes the kids would come out and help them. And then, yeah, even in the fast, he would be like, because like now you want to do these things, you want to do stuff with the kids. So the kids will be biking outside and we will be just doing stuff, going on the walks a little bit around the neighborhood. And then just be with the family. I think being with the family is more, yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much blessing in a time like this, right?
Otherwise, was moving so fast. Like we didn't know when the day would start, when it would end. Everything would just get done quickly. But now, I feel like now the home is school, the home is masjid, the home is everything.
I know, subhanallah.
World is, yeah. So alhamdulillah.
Have you tried any of the other dishes that were featured in the past cooking channel shows?
So the thing is that when Ramadan started, all the kids and everything, they want the desi food, the typical Ramadan iftari food. So they want the samosas, they want this, and they want that. So no, so I haven't gotten a chance to try them, but inshallah I will. Inshallah.
Yeah, it was definitely different. Today was more the traditional route, but the other ones weren't. So if to go check it out, they were actually really really delicious. We tried each one of them, and hopefully we try today's as well. I'll try your version of it because I usually make it a little bit differently.
We tried burgers one time.
Okay. Awesome. I think that's it for the questions online. Anything else that you wanted to share with the audience?
Just be happy, be healthy, inshallah. Enjoy this Ramadan. Ramadan is going so fast. I thought when we opened the first iftar, I thought, oh my God, how are we gonna pass the Ramadan without going to the masjid, without But alhamdulillah, it's going so fast. So make sure you are up to date on your ibadas. You are, praying, you are worshiping, you are, inshallah, connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then just be with the family, be at home, be safe, be positive. Don't be like, why is this, everywhere? Why we can go out? Why we can't do this? Just be positive. Trust me, Allah has planned and everything. It's going to fall in place, inshallah. So so just a little positive.
Thank you for that beautiful reminder. Really appreciate that. And I hope everybody tries your dish out today and shares with Aram and all of us how that went. If you guys have been following us, you can check out the other recipes as well. And then be sure to join us again tonight for our program, our regular program. Tonight is also an odd night, so join us for the late night program that starts at 11:30. But evening program starts at 7 p.m. And then, as you know, 9:15 is Dr. Shadi's talk. After that, we do a dua at 10 o'clock. And then tonight, because it's an odd night, at 11:30, you can join us for the late night program. But I thank you, Aram, for joining us and for doing this demo. I hope the rest of Ramadan goes well for you guys. And thanks for sharing and letting us in your home and your kitchen. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Take care.